Hello everyone. Again, a very warm welcome to all, and I hope you are doing well. Please do join the session as fast as possible, and please do share the session as much as possible. And please do let me know, am I audible and visible? Am I audible and visible? Please do let me know. And yesterday I have given some task, some question. So I get, uh, sorry, I got some answer copies of the aspirants. So I'm very happy that yes, you are on the right track. You are doing answer writing practice on a daily basis. Yes, if you uh, keep it consistent for uh, a few months, not for a few months, for a 6 month, okay, then definitely it will give you more and more benefits, because the answer writing practice you must need for your mains examination, because mains which decide your first thing, that is you are getting to the UPSC or not. Second thing, you get into the IAS or not. Okay, so Midul, very good evening again. Yes, I'm audible and visible. So yesterday I had given some question, not some question, one question only. So now onwards, what I will do that I on the daily basis in the answer writing session, because you have UPSC mains examinations, which is I think nearly 13 or 14 September, and next, that is UP PCS exam mains examination, that is from the 13th September. So both examination is very important for your mains perspective, and I will just try to do one thing, that is in my mains answer writing session. Last 1 to 2 months, yes, separation of power. Yes, Himalaya Yogi. Himalaya Yogi, I think your name is Apurva, na? If I'm not wrong. Separation of power, yes. So I got lots of copies from your side. So, and one thing that is very interesting, your answer copies looks like that yes, you are not a new, you are 16 September essay. Okay, so Himalaya Yogi, yes sir, Apurva. Yes, no problem. So what now onwards, what I will do on the daily answer writing session, I'm not just writing one by one, because last 2 months I did so many means simply you can say they means spoon feeding answer writing. Spoon feeding answer writing means just write in same ways what you just do in your mains examinations. But now onwards, what I will do today's, not from today's, from tomorrow's, I will take 2 to 3 through 3 questions, and in uh, every question I just write some important points, or I will just explain what you have to write in somebody in that particular question. So that is very important, because just like writing same, because it will consume lots of time. One question that is means complete 1 hours. So I just want to save our time and your time also as well. So on the daily basis, I will do in starting, I will first take 2 to 3 questions. Okay, on the daily basis. Within 1 hour, I have a target to complete or finish that 2 questions in explain what you have to write, what you have the structure in particular question, what you have to use the datas, what you have to use the facts, what you have to write in your conclusion part. So in some way I just want to explain such kind of things. So if you have any doubt, any problem regarding this, please do let me know. If you facing any problem regarding the answer writing, how you, because I am being very beginner, I have not any idea regarding this, then you have one option. What you have option? You have one option regarding that. In previous session, I have already taken lots of answer writing session regarding GS paper 2, 3 as well as 4, and some sessions are from the paper 1 history. So if you have any problem regarding this, any problem, you must go through the previous session and you just get some ideas that yes, this is the way that you have to write. So I think you don't have any problem or issues regarding this. Okay. So today we have a new another question, because yes, your questions, your answers are regarding the question of separation of power. It is very, very good. I got some answers from your side, and Vivek, Aman, Mirdul, and lots of students are there who are not in the live classes. But yes, but in the starting, I just want to deal what you have to write in the in the questions what I have given in the last session. Okay, so today we have not any PPT, but tomorrow I will have a PPTs of questions, only for question. I don't want to use PPTs for explaining anything. I will have a question for mains answer writings, and for those questions I will just explain, yes, this is a question, you have the question demand this one, the question has demanding these things. So that is okay. So I think you do not have any problem regarding this. So first thing, I have a question regarding I have one question, another question, that is I just write the question because for today's you have to manage this one. A constitution needs to be a living document. A very good question. A constitution needs to be a living document. Needs to be a living document. I hope you are getting the question, what the question is all about. Living a document to endure the tides of time. To endure the tides of time. This is not a straightforward question. But you can make this question straightforward. How? Suppose that if you have a question about the Constitution of India is a living document, justify. That's it. So these type of questions you may be witness in the UPSC exam. Means you just have some sort of questions, and mentioning some areas that you have to mention this type of things. So in the UPSC, because this is a UPSC, so you do not get a straightforward question. Always you get a question, means you can say just interval in manner. Okay. Tides of times and adapt to the changing requirement, and adapt to the changing requirement. Mirdul, you have any doubt regarding requirement? Because last 2 months, I think, we have been doing the anxiety practice, and I just thought that we have to just move forward on the advanced version. What is the advanced version? Advanced version basically means the uh, I will not write the answer in the board ditto. I will write, but I will not write in dittos what you use, what you write in your mains examination. I will just write here to the point, because I have to complete within 1 hour at least. My target is to complete 7 question. This is my target, 7 question. 1 hour 7 question. 1 hour 7 question. Okay, because this is a real time situation, because you in examination you have to given a limited time, because you have a limited time of 3 hours and you have to done the 20 questions. So 1 hour 7 question. So my target is will be that I within 1 hour at least not 7, 6, no problem, 6, within 1 hour I have to complete 6 question. How? I just announcing, but from tomorrow I will implement it. Not in the one day just start the 6 question, but from tomorrow I will start 2 question, 2 to 3 question. My target is 2 to 3 question. After that I will just think about, yes, the 2 to 3 question is just a very feasible. Now I want to implement 3, 4, 5 question. Again 4, 5 question. Then finally 6 question. So 6 question, when I will reach the 6 question, yes, my target will be achieved. So 1 hour 6 question, that is very productive. 1 hour 6 question, if you get the answer, or if at least you get the idea about what will be the answer of that particular question, that is more than enough. Okay, this needs more and more hard work from my side as well as from your side as well, but it needs more and more hard work from my side. This is definitely so. Don't worry, I am always ready to do hard work, more and more hard work. Hence not rigid or fixed. At commencement 395 articles, now more than 480 articles, around 104 minutes. Adopting the changes of time, exam right to property abolished. Yes, you have very good points, Apurva. Yes, but yes, content, I think content is not issues from your side, I think so. But the main issues is how to present your answer, how to structure your answer. That is very, very important, because everyone who get qualified in the prelims examinations, around 15,000 to 20,000, always have a content, always have a good content, but only few numbers get selected. Why? The problems or the issues revolving around the structuring, how to structure the answers, how to present, how to use the data in your answer sheet. That is very, very important. Okay, and that makes your unique, unique from other. So adapt to the changing requirements of generation. Okay, this is the question, and the question is comment. That is the question. Now, so Apurva, have you any problem regarding this? Yes, I have a target of 6 question, but I will just deal with this to the point. I will not write the questions as just I did yesterday classes. I will, because since last 2 months I did the same, but from now onwards I will just deal the questions and write some important keywords, or just explain, just tell you that yes, I have some issues regarding this. You have to present this point in this way, you have to present this point in this way, you have to substantiate this point this way. That's it. Okay, so this question may be asked in 10 markers. This question may be asked for the 15 markers. Means you have to write, if you have to write this question in 150 words, and if you have to write this question same as 250 words, what will be the options? So I will deal with both. If you have a 10 marks or if you have a 15 marks, or simple we have a 150 words or 250 words. Okay, not issue. First thing, what is the demand of questions? Pointers. Yes, let me pointers. One thing. Okay, no problem. I will just tell you after the class. A constitution needs to be a living document. In simple words, the question is asking to you that constitution is a living document. How? What the points which you can just make to justify that yes, constitution is a living document. You must have some points. Means first thing, in introductions I will deal with later, introduction, but in the body part, because body part is very very important. In the body part you must identify the demand of the question, that is what the question is asking from you. So in the body part you must have an idea what you have to deal in this particular question. So in this question, a constitution needs to be living documents. First thing that is you have to address, that is why there is a needs, that is our constitution is a living documents. Why there is a needs? Why there is a needs? Means you have some dimension regarding needs, because after that you have to deal with the documents to the endure the tides of times and adapt to the changing requirements of generation. And why still we need why we have a living constitutions, why the constitution is a living documents, justify this. Means living documents of the constitutions, yes, the question is asking, please justify this point. Yes, constitution is living documents. How you can justify? There is a need. Why need? There you can make some different point, but how you can justify that yes, the constitution is a living documents, this will be the another dimension. So this is the another point. Suppose the question is asking for 150 marks, then you must have a 2 dimensions, and in the 2 dimensions you simply just write in the needs 3 to 4, that is more than sufficient. And how you can justify the living documents of the constitution? Simply you can just 4 to 5 points for 150 marks. But for 250 marks you must ensure that your points for needs at least 1 additions will be there. 4 to 5 points you must have a 6 point, and 1 dimension you must include. What dimensions? There is not if 150 words are there is no any needs of 1 extra dimension, but for 250 words you need 1 dimension, that is some dimension regarding the you can add the dimensions like the needs, justifications, and the just like a way forward, or just like you can say the suggestions like. So you see the opposite of living. Opposite of living, I can't get your question. What is opposite of living? In comment we'll have to write. Okay, needed or not, and write points from both. Yes, in 250 words you may write the why not needed fixed constitution example. Fixed constitution example. Yes. Now I'm getting your point. Yes. If the question is about 250 words, then definitely you must have some extra dimension. So you may include, that is, yes, in this question, but you cannot use the dimension of why not need of living documents, because the question is simply saying constitution needs to be means the question needs to mean, that means you must have a dimension of why needs. Okay, then the justification of the living documents, then after you can just add the dimension of the any way forward or what are the challenges, we can say. Okay, what are the hurdles or what are the issues or concerns regarding this, or simply if you do not have any ideas, just in the conclusion just add the way forward in simple 4 to 5 point. That's it. Okay, so this is the broad overview, not broad overview. So these are the just a glimpse regarding this question. Now come to the point. In the introduction, what you have to mention in the introductions, your introductions, yes, challenges, your introductions must be in simple, as more simple as possible, because if examiner just checking your copies, if he or she find that there are very flurry words, very flurry languages are there, so definitely if they are just came to fight with the partners or with the wife or with maybe husband, so that time in that time your marks may be underestimated. So you have to keep in mind this thing also. So what you need to introduce in this particular question, this question is basically from the polity, pure polity. Okay, so from the basic knowledge what you have already of the polities, you can use your words, you can use your points in this question. So in the introduction you can use the introduction as like you can just write, as a living being or as a human being or as a living being, we have a constitutions. Okay, we have a constitutions, and the constitution needs to evolve. The constitution needs to evolve according to the situations and circumstances, according to the situations and circumstances arising from the outside. So as a living beings, we need a constitutions, and the constitutions evolve according to the situations and circumstances which arising from the outside. You can just write this one, or otherwise this is a very simple definition, but otherwise you can use the other things, just like a yes, policy of keep it simple. And yes, Guruji, PSIR student do it good as compared to this. No, not at all. Other students means the mathematics, just you have a mathematics options, geography options, or they can also use, can also make their answer good. There is not an issue, because I have lots of copies regarding the I have just seen the lots of toppers copies. For example, rank 1 Kanish Kataria, mathematics option, but in paper I think 3 or paper 1, they got a good marks regarding from the toppers. Srushti Deshmukh, I think. Now one thing, in the introductions, if you do not write in this way, you just mention that yes, the living documents, how you can just give an example. From example means you have an example regarding, you have a part 20, you have a part 20 of article 368. You can use this article to amend the constitution. This makes the constitution living document. You can also use this way. Means there are various ways. You can just start your introductions, you can use the articles or parts, and you can just start, or simply you can use the simple statement, just as a human, as a living beings, uh, the constitutions also, as a living beings, constitutions can also evolve according to the circumstances and the condition of the circumstances and conditions arising outside, from outside. Yes, so it makes difference, because in the PSIR, because those Apurva, I think, what is your optional subject? Himalaya Yogi, what is your optional subject? If you have a PSIR optional, first thing, from tomorrow onwards, you will get some Google link below the descriptions. Just fill the, because in YouTube there are 8 to 10 lectures of PSIR from my side. So if you just want to go through these lectures, please go through, because I have taken some good lectures of the PSIR. Anthropology, that is, means very short syllabus, good scoring, yes, and very popular optionals. Okay, so you have introduction part. If you have any doubt regarding introduction, please do let me know. Next, I will deal with the why we needs the living documents. So there are few points. First point that I just want to make, that is constitution, for everlasting of the constitutions, for everlasting of the constitution. Everlasting means durable. Durable means go for a long way. Okay, simple. So everlasting of the constitutions, so we need living documents. And next is constitution. Our constitution is rigid as well as flexible, but in terms of flexible, it shows, for the flexibility, it shows that yes, my constitution, or not my, it's our constitutions, is more flexible. You can just substantiate this point in such a way that you have a article, you have a simple majority, you have a this is example of the flexible constitutions, because in simple majority you can just amend the constitutions, but not for all, for few articles. For example, article 2 and article 3, that is regarding the land boundary or territories. Okay, so and next, you know that there may be some errors and lapses in the constitutions over the time. For example, or there needs some amendment. So if there needs some amendment regarding the constitutions, definitely you will have to amend the constitutions, or you will have to change the provisions what the constitutions originally have. So yes, there may be some errors, there may be some lapses in the constitutions. So to remove all the errors, or to reduce, not, if you don't want to remove, if you reduce the errors, then definitely you will have to amend the constitutions. So this is the third point, which basically talks about the why we need to call a living documents of the constitutions, living documents. Finally, last fourth point, you can write that yes, sovereignty lies with the people of the India, and the people of India's demands may change. If the peoples of the demands may change, the sovereignties demands or sovereignties, the nature of the sovereignties may change. If the peoples have more demands regarding anything, issues regarding socio-economic uh, perspective, then definitely the sovereignties lies on the peoples, and the sovereignty, if sovereignty lies in the people, then definitely we need a living documents. Living documents, basically in simple terms, you can just imagine that yes, you have a something like which is changeable. You can change, or you can say amend, or you can say the uh, add something, subtract something, that makes living documents of the constitutions. Okay, we already have lots of example. We have lots of articles. Right now we have a 480 articles, 470 articles almost. Right now we have parts, 25 parts. We have 104th amendments still. So there are lots of example. In the if you have a question is about 250 words, then after the introduction you just do mention that yes, this is the example which shows that yes, in our constitution of India is a living documents. There are so many points. Okay, now move on the next point, that is a living document constitutions. If you have any doubt regarding this, please do let me know, because in these sessions I am not writing, I am just explaining in simple words. uh, when when I will just write, or then I just thinking about that yes, within 1 hour I just complete only one question. So yes, definitely this time, uh, today's I want to just uh, do one more extra question, because I'm not writing, that's why. So if you have any problem regarding, sir, I have problem regarding this point, please feel free to ask, feel free to ask any question. Okay, because always I want to make my session interactive and as well as interesting. So if I make my session interactive, definitely it will uh, make it interesting as well. Okay, so yes, clear. Mirdul, Himalaya Yogi, if you have any doubt, please do let me know. All clear. Yes, in his interview. Me thinking what was. Yes, Himalaya Yogi, I am getting your point. And one thing you also just noticed the in his session, in Divyakriti session, yes, that he always used to write in the board. He is not using any PPTs. He also believe in writing in the board. That is the beauty of the class. And you already know what are the crowds, what are the fan following, what are the what or you know, one thing, very down to earth person, very simplicity is equal to Divyakriti sir. Simple. In this platform, I am just praise the some personalities. No, but good is good. Uh, and once a time, Dr. B. Ambedkar said that when we just borrow the provisions of the constitutions, then that time I used the term ramshackles. Ramshackles means uh, every good things we cannot say we are copying such good things. Every good things we use the terms. If you copy any good things, we use the term ramshackles. Okay, so copy good thing is very good for you. So next I have done this one living documents. Okay, this. Okay, why we use, or why, how you can justify the our Constitution of India's living documents. So first thing, this is a dynamic document, living document. We can use the term dynamic document. Dynamic means just changing over the time with the demand of socio-economic, political, or demand. So new word writing to down. So first thing, that is our Constitution of India is open for interpretations. Interpretation means open for amendment, open for the changes which require, open for the additions or subtraction of articles or the parts or the schedules. So first thing you may mention in the first point in the justification, yes, the dynamic in nature of the constitutions. How? Just substantiate your point with there are needs, or there are demands of the socio-economic, political, from the citizens of India. That is a first point. Second point, you just make in your justification point, that is, if you just want to make some datas regarding, yes, we have article 21. Article 21 got amended in the 1978 Putta Swami case, 2017. So these are the some examples you can just also mention. And next thing, that is the flexibilities. How you can just ensure the flexibilities to fulfill the demand of socio-economic of the peoples. And the DPSPs also ensure that, yes, the states have some directives, some targets to fulfill the demand of the socio-economic for the citizens. So these are the second point, because if you fulfill the fulfill or do deal with the demand of the socio-economic, that is definitely it makes the living documents. Because over the time, suppose in this time the homosexuality, that is not a criminal activities, okay, not criminalized. But before that the yes, Maneka Gandhi case 1978 means Maneka Gandhi case, that is basically, I've already dealt this topic with these things in my 90 days crash course in YouTube, if for prelims. So what I'm just talking about, yes, so you can just make your second point, that is, yes, to fulfill the demand, to fulfill there is some flexibilities to fulfill the demand of the citizens in terms of socio-economic, political issues. You have some you can just mention some amendment regarding, suppose you have a 102 amendment of constitutional amendment, that is basically for the gave constitutional status to LGBTQ, that is also added in this term. So 102 amendment, that is basically for the gives the constitutional status for the National Commission of Backward Classes. You can also mention, or otherwise you can also mention that it's a 104th amendment for the EWS quotas. Okay, that is which showed that the demand of the socio-economic classes over the time, that makes our constitution living documents. Okay, so these are second example. and you have lots of points, you have lots of examples, lots of points regarding this. Okay, so I think I'm just enjoying. Why? Because just I'm explaining these things, we are getting more ideas or more points regarding this. If I'm not wrong, please do inform that yes, we have, because if I just write here, then we have a limited uh, points, limited keywords. But when I just explaining the points, or just substantiate with some examples or data and facts or articles or the schedule parts, then definitely you will have more points. So that is very great part of this thing. So if you have any doubt, any issues, any problems, please do let me know. Recent abortion rights in US. Yes, if you mention recent example, if you mention recent examples, that will make your answer very unique, or make your answer, or make or your answer very unique and beauty. So yes, Mridul, Vivek, and anybody else, if you have any doubt. Now come to the next point, that is a next point. You know that in Keshwanda Bharti case, the very landmark judgment came out. What is the basic structure of doctrine? That is, the parliament can interfere your fundamental rights, but cannot interfere, but cannot interfere in your basic, but cannot interfere in the basic structure of doctrine. So there is no proper definition what are the basic structure of doctrines, but there are some ideas, there are some points which I have already discussed about. You have already around 15 to 17 points, I think. So if you have just idea about what are the base important points, judicial reviews, Article 21, not whole fundamental rights comes under the basic structure of doctrine, but few articles which comes under the basic structure of doctrine. Okay, so that is a very important part. Now move to fourth point. Next, fifth point, it protected democracy. How you can say it protected democracy? Living documents, because in the democracy, you know that Abraham Lincoln once said that a democracy is for the people, by the people, and to the people. Yes. So and it's only depends on the people, and people's demands may change. Means people's demand in the democracies, people's over the 5 year always demands have changed. How? People's always demands different representatives, different government, or in simple you can say want to give opportunities for other government, other representatives. So in the democracies, people's demand may change as per the demand, simply we can say. Or in simply we can also assume one thing, that is, in terms of freeways can also influence the public voting or public decision making power. So if we just ignore the freeways part, then we have a public power in terms of voting. So in the democracy, we can say, to protect the democracy, people's always need always have a voting rights, and these voting rights acts as a weapons for the peoples, and use these weapons always after 5 years for the parliament election, Lok Sabha election, or as per the scheduling the elections in the state elections. Okay, so these are the fifth point. Now next is yes, secularism. Maybe your point. Yes, secularism, because you know that in 1947 the condition was very harsh. In that time rights were there, but in today's time you may also just notice that yes, there are some issues regarding, there are some erosion of secularism, but still we have a sense of brotherhood, we have a sense of the fraternities. So secularism, which is very, we can say, not in simply second time tested, because time tested, I think it may go wrong when I use this term. Yes, secularism over the time, sometime get eroded, but still it is a very important pillar, important things that makes the sense of brotherhood to all the citizens. So yes, this is your next point. Now the last point you can just mention, that is a federalism, strengthening federalism. How? Means when you devoting more power to the states, that is basically, we can say, yes, I think time is 6:49. So today's I can only discuss only one questions, not to worry, but definitely from tomorrow onwards I will discuss two questions, at least two questions, and over the time I will increase my number. So when you just say, when you get more experienced, more matured in terms of answer writing practice, then definitely I will increase my numbers, and my target will be the 6. Definitely I will get achieve in some day. So next point is strengthening the federalism. So when we use the strengthening the federalism, that means federalism is division of powers between the center and the states. So when we strengthen the federalism, that means states get more autonomy from the center. So it means center get more autonomy. For example, recently, if we just take an example from the northeastern side, yesterday I just dealt with this topic, northeastern states. So autonomies, that is a very important important point in terms of the northeastern states, which basically we can say needs the demand from the northeast states, and this federalism terms, or this, we can say, autonomy terms, which is the very important for the federalism, because in the federalisms all the states get a power which is just mentioned in the 7th schedule, that is in the form of concurrent list, state list, and the central list. No worries, sir. Good evening, sir. Okay. So the federalism, that is a very important point. Maybe you may just substantiate with this point, that is recently 10, not recently, but you just write 101 amendment of the constitution, that is basically for the GST. So GST councils, which makes federalism cooperative federalisms, which makes very strong cooperative federalisms, and which is need of the hour, because in earlier times, in 1940s 50s time, we have only federalism, the concept of federalism, but right now we have a cooperative federalism, we have a competitive federalism, that is need of the hour. So yes, we can say everything, every point, for example federalism, for example we have a one thing, that is democracies, we have a parliamentary systems, we have a fundamental rights, we have DPSP in simple you can say the socio-economic political demand, okay, or simply we can say the corruptions, or the political parties, all the things which get some changes, or which get in simple we can say there are some laws, some amendment regarding these points. Definitely you can use these points in your justification, because these things makes, yes, our constitutions have something that is, which makes our constitution is living documents. So you can use these points. Now finally conclusion. In the conclusion you can just mention that yes, that is a uh, just you can write about democracies. Yes, democracy is need of the hour, but democracies is also about protecting the rule of law, uplifting the uh, societies, uplifting the societies, and next that is a developing institutions as well. And if you don't like this conclusion, then I have another options. You can just write the Indian Constitution is a living document with the ability to fulfill all the conditions which is mentioned in the above. Above means this. That is also, that will be also a good conclusion. So these are the some you can say points regarding these questions. Tomorrow I will deal with two questions. First question I will deal with the GS paper 1. It may be from modern history, it may be from GS paper 1 geography part, it may be for society. Second is GS paper 2, that is from polity, constitution, governance, social justice, and IR. It may be from any side. So if you have any doubt, please do let me know. Yes sir, I have a problem regarding this. And if you have no any problem, so say thank you. I think you do not have any problem. Okay. Okay, fine. Means no doubt are there. So thank you so much. So okay, see you tomorrow in the next class. Till then, thank you so much, Vivek, Mridul, Himalaya, and others, hidden aspirants. So thank you so much.